This is a special episode, hopefully a weekly series in the future. I want to thank Cornelius. I want to apologize for my audio. I don't know what happened. I wasn't going to refilm it, but I still want to thank Cornelius for doing it, and thank you all for watching. Kingfatboy is out of here. I stopped at 5-2. Start now. 4, 3,
Three.
2, 1.
Yeah, I got 2 marks on my barrel.
So, what was your first impressions of the battle based on you being able to see top tier
Yeah. Well, heavies typically on this map are expected to go down to the south, down by the water right there. And I kind of figured, you know what? I can expect their other heavy tanks to be down there, mainly the Type 5 and possibly even the T110E4. And so, me being an IS3, I'm going to be like, there's no way I'm going to be able to do anything to the Type 5. And the E4 is just going to blow me out of the water. So I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm not going to fight him. So I came up here to the other location. I was going to hold this. Right now, it's just me and the Sheridan. So I really just got to hold this corner and, make sure that Sheridan doesn't die. And I'm trying to do my best. But yeah, I hit that T49. He's going up there and trying to get his first shot into the Sheridan. And then the Bulldog thought he'd go up there as well, but I punished him for it. Um, yeah, well, for the most part, I mean, like you always got to be dynamic, And I did say that like the heavies typically go down there, but like the top tier heavies, like top tier tanks, go down there. Um, and most of my positionings, like where I want to go, is based on the enemy team, not on my team, right? It's so if I see like a bunch of medium tanks on the other team, like I'm in a top tier heavy, do I want to fight those tanks? If I don't want to fight those tanks, I'm not going to go where I expect them to be, if that makes sense. Right. Yeah, put a good roll into him for 430. But now I got to put pressure on this IS3 to keep that 1390 love. Luckily, the other the WZ on my team came over to help us. He realized that we were under pressure, and so we came. I really like this play right here. I face hugged him because that's typically what you do when you're an IS3 and you're facing another IS3 is you face hug him because they can't shoot your hull. But he backed up at the same time, but I rammed him, and so I pushed him up onto the hill, and he didn't have the gun depression to hit me. Yeah, and then as soon as I was reloaded, I backed down and shot him in his weak armor. Yep. Dang AMX getting in my way. Oh, that aim time.
I gotta admit, when I see the side of a tank, I auto lock. I don't know about you. It looks like you're actually aiming these shots. Might be because you don't
If I am moving, I will mostly auto lock, because I can't drive and give lead at the same time. The math involved is just too weird for my head. Um, but if you notice that 1390 was auto locking, and every time he was just bouncing off of his front plate. Now this time I did auto lock, and so you get the exact same result that I did with the AMX, as I missed him by a mile.
well, it's not about bias. It's the creators and your opinion of the tank are more likely to think not I don't know if you've noticed that. I've noticed some Russian bias. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I've noticed that depending on how many tanks your crew sees, depends on how likely they are to hit the tank.
It's true too. I'm not blaming the AMX. Don't get me wrong. I'm not picking on them. They put out a decent product, and they put a lot of people like me off. It looks like you're gonna do the same thing with the one behind the floor and the type 5. So
Sort of. You see me holding my fire right there because I know I'm not going to pin the Type 5. But I know that the is that still the yeah this the AMX is still has started to cap, and so I'm just going to work this corner and prevent them from coming up. I'm screening for my light tank.
yeah, I kind of. So did you know that the AMX was passing the main gun in this one, or did you just kind of wait for one to pass it? I just want to try to get in your perspective what you think.
I was I did want to get more damage, which is why I volunteered to go ahead and screen. But I also knew that I also go for the win mostly. You know, if I'm in a game and I don't do a lot of damage, but it's still a win. Like, yeah, okay, it's a win. It could have been better, but it's a win. And if I do,
That
but
was
if I
bad. You put that right in his leg there. It's right in his gut.
yeah, I actually think I hit his gun right there, but yeah, but this is typical what you need to do in the IS-3 if you're fighting another one is you just face hug them because they can't aim down and hit your hull and just wiggle for those cupolas.
Just drop that cupola because you got hit at 64. So you turned, but you didn't get injured. You didn't look like you were hurt.
Yep. And I also got robbed of that shot. That one I actually did put into his gun.
You see that orange mark right there that says your gun? You can also target that. I know you know that. I'm just making you know that. You can put it right
Yeah.
next to his stun bar, and you can aim close as if you're cruising in the distance.
Yeah, definitely.
All you got is Ferdinand and you, or which one of them do you kill? I haven't watched these yet, so I don't know.
I actually don't kill either of them. I do put two good shots into this Ferdinand, but we cap out before I'm able to finish him off.
A little rear loving in the German Ferdinand.
Yep. My I I do remember that in the chat, um, my team was telling me to go back the other way,
Mm-hmm.
but I knew that this was just a wide open area for this Ferdinand, and so I knew I'd be able to put shots into him before he got back to cap to reset. No, just to make sure that um, you always keep come up with a plan, and you keep a plan in your head from the minute you're able to see the loading screen of the battle. I've seen far too many people like all across all tiers, but they just kind of freeze right at the start of the battle because they don't know what to do. If you have a plan, you're a lot farther ahead than a lot of other players.